Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for Monday, the 11th of April, 2022. As you can see, we had an eventful night in Skyrim tonight, okay? Let's talk about what went down today, all right? So this morning, I basically kind of reiterated to everyone on the live stream, on the pre-stream podcast, what I had said in the Daily Wrap last night, that sadly there was a lot of misinformation, there was a lot of slander against me this week in regards to me making a good amount of money on my birthday, which led to an incredibly slow weekend of contributions on my streams, which put me in a dire situation because I didn't know what was going to happen in regards to even having enough for my day off on Tuesday. The good news is today was a rallying of support. People listen, people appreciate what I do, cared that this is probably a crappy situation for me, and contributed in every way that they could. We basically hit the goals on both streams today, all right, which was outstanding. I'm very, very appreciative of that. Thanks for allowing me to have a more relaxed day tomorrow where I can actually have a nice meal out with my wife and not have to worry about, oh my God, I don't have enough money to pay for stuff. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it, okay? So what do we do gameplay-wise today? Well, first stream was Elden Ring. Started off dual-wielding great axes. Did the entire, what's her name, Celine or Selin side quest, where it was interesting because we had actually already discovered some of the things regarding her side quest along the course of the game and just didn't realize that they had to do with it. So we ended up doing the whole thing. I don't really want to spoil it for those who haven't done the side quest yet. It's pretty interesting and leads you to an optional fight at the end. You get an optional reward at the end depending on who you side with. And we got that done and it was fun. Then we headed northeast to the point where I could do the final assassination for Volcano Manor, which then meant I could do the big Volcano Manor final boss. Without spoiling, it was incredibly rage-inducing, and apparently people watching were flabbergasted because I swear to God the boss was tough. Yet everyone who fights this boss says it's easy. It was tough for me. Maybe it's just this case where when I play games, the things that are easy for everyone else is tough for me, and the things that are tough for everyone else is easy for me. I don't know. Or maybe they patched this boss and made it harder. I don't know. All I know is this boss was actually hard for me to beat, okay? And I raged like crazy during it. Then for the final hour, I got another new build. This boss weapon that I got from beating that boss, plus now, because I have this new build, I'm using a shield. I basically have a build now that when I kill enemies, I get all my health back if I've taken damage. So it's a completely different style of build than anything I've done in the game so far. And I explored more of the northeastern region of the map, got into an optional dungeon, and that's where I left it because I ran out of time. So from what I'm to understand, from what people are telling me, basically, I've got this northeastern part of the map to explore. There's more to it than where I am right now, so there's more, it's like a bigger area. Once I'm done with that, apparently there is a new optional area to explore that is lengthy and challenging, so that's coming up. And then there's one more major area, and that's the finale of the game. Now, does that mean that I'm going to beat the game relatively soon? I would actually argue probably not, and here's why. In an average week of 6 streaming days, I play Elden Ring 3 days. Each stream is 3 hours, right? 9 hours a week. Right now, I'm basically just delving into the northeastern region for the first time. I would think if it's anything like the other regions of the map, I might be there for 2, maybe even 3 streams, right? I know there's supposed to be supposedly a legacy dungeon and stuff there, so it could be pretty lengthy. It could end up taking a while to get through. So maybe 2 or 3 streams. Then if there's a new secret area and that's lengthy, it takes 2 or 3 streams. And then the final area and conclusion of the game, probably no exaggeration, another 2 weeks with Elden Ring. Probably another anywhere from 15 to 20 hours, I'm thinking, to wrap up the game. So, even though we are heading into the end game, we're not done yet. We're still going, and I am excited, okay? Now, tonight, Skyrim After Hours was very fun. We basically, the entire stream, did the Dark Brotherhood. The Dark Brotherhood quest line is unique and interesting and pretty lengthy. From what I see, you know, I've already been doing it for about 2.5 hours, and apparently we're not even close to being done yet. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good time with it. I really don't remember much about it from my first run over 10 years ago, so it was actually quite fun to do, and people really seem to enjoy it. Also, one thing today that I tried out completely uniquely, I experimented with the ultra low latency streaming ability on YouTube. This has been present for a while, but I stayed away from it for a couple of reasons. Number one, because it said that there were limitations to it. All right, that basically if you did this ultra low latency mode, some people might have things not available to them, and I wasn't sure what those were going to be. And number two, I kind of didn't want to try it out until I was at a time when maybe it was a little bit more freed up and not ultra popular. Right now, I'm in the tail end of Elden Ring. We're doing other playthroughs that aren't exactly top of the line, oh my god, in-demand playthroughs. You know what I'm saying? So I thought today would be a good day to mess around with it. For the most part, it seemed successful. We tested it, and people basically within 5 seconds were able to see me on stream. We tested it by me saying, okay, everyone, when I say go, type this number. And I had a stopwatch, and I said 9, and I hit go, and I timed 5.5 seconds, and people started typing 9. So it's a 5.5 second delay from when I do something on stream and you guys see it when I do this ultra low latency mode. That's good, except there's a drawback. The one drawback we saw today, basically YouTube normally would add closed captions automatically to my streams. Can't do that anymore with the ultra low latency mode. So we had 1 or 2 people who were like, man, this kind of sucks. One person said they were hard of hearing, and now they're going to have a harder time watching the streams, or maybe they won't be able to watch the streams. They'll have to watch the on-demand videos instead. Ultimately, it seemed like it was a success, and it was something people liked. They liked being able to interact with me more quickly and no big delay between when I'm doing something and they see it. And they were actually helping me a little bit more on the streams today with stuff because they were able to say, hey, right away, there's something going on. Do this, do that to help, and it would help. So I'll probably keep it on for now, but again, long-term, if we see negative effects and people are like, oh, this feature was lost, this isn't working, then we can just go back, okay? So I'm not committing to doing this all the time, but it looked like it was working nicely today, and I'm willing to give it a shot moving forward this next week and see how it works, okay? Cool. And like I said, support was outstanding today. We actually hit the goals on both streams. This puts me in a great position for tomorrow. So, thank you all. Great streaming day and great amount of rallying of support, and I really, 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 really appreciate it, okay? I'm not here tomorrow. Tomorrow's my day off from streaming. You guys, I hope you're safe. I hope you have a good day. If you're going to get caught up with all the stuff here on the channel, please remember to like the videos, leave comments. For engagement purposes, it helps. When I return on Wednesday, it's the continuation of LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. We will be finishing up The Empire Strikes Back and heading into the Return of the Jedi movie. Awesome. Then, on the late stream, it's Kirby and the Forgotten Land post-game. We basically did 3 of the post-game stages so far. They take about 30 minutes each now. They're very lengthy, very challenging. The boss fights are quite tough. It's actually interesting, tough stuff. Unlike previously where the game was very easy, this is not easy by any means. So, hope you'll come back on Wednesday night for that. That should be a good time. Elden Ring will be continuing on Thursday, and that'll be balanced with more Skyrim. For the rest of the week, it'll be a balance between LEGO and Elden Ring on the first streams. It'll be a balance between Kirby and Skyrim on the late streams. There will be Street Fighter on Friday night for Friday Night Fights. When Kirby concludes, which likely will be in 2 streams, we'll sit down and we'll concretely decide on what I'll be doing for late night streaming moving forward. But looks like the candidate that seems to be in the lead is a variety of Game Pass games that I've already started. For example, I Am Fish, or One Piece Pirate Warriors 4, or Serious Sam 4, or The Forgotten City, doing the final ending, just among a few, because there's a lot of games there on Game Pass that I've started up and never got back to, okay? Maybe doing a variety of those. One night do one, later on in the week do a different one, then the next week do different games, so we get good variety on the late streams. It's never really too stale, but we're actually making progress in stuff that I've already started and you guys like, okay? So we can do that. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, but that's my idea for now. And yes, later on in the month, people are saying, well, Phil, what are you going to do when you actually beat a major playthrough like Elden Ring? Likely WWE 2K22 will be the game. All right, guys, thank you. Great streaming day and great streaming week. I had a ton of fun this week. My birthday festivities were amazing. Had a great week overall with all of you. I hope you have a safe and fun day tomorrow on Tuesday when I'm not here, but I'll see you all on Wednesday, and we'll do it all again. Thank you all. Have a good night. Peace out. See you Wednesday.